So if you eat a standard Western meal, okay, you've got your red meat, processed meat, animal fat, you're having a bacon cheeseburger, and then you're having some ice cream, which is high in animal fat, and that's your meal, okay? Pretty standard meal. So your digestive system is incredible, Chris. The human digestive system. There are very few foods that the human digestive system can't cope with. On a day-to-day basis, you will extract the amino acids and the protein and the vitamins and the minerals. You will get them out of there. Your body will get what good it can out of that meal, and it'll help you to get through the day. But what you have left in your small intestine, we call the residue. And this residue is delivered to your large bowel. The small bowel does the absorption, gets all the nutrients out. Now we're into the large bowel, the colon, which is going to turn this stuff into poop so that you can poop it out later in the day, is going to absorb any residual water from that, so to keep you hydrated. But this is also the home of your gut microbiome, this incredibly important and dynamic part of your body that has been described as a control center for human biology. And if you have had that bacon double cheeseburger with the ice cream for dessert, what your gut microbiome receives is animal protein, bile acids, very little fiber, very few polyphenols, because you're not eating any whole plants. And though that becomes the food for your gut microbiome. And that now feeds certain bugs within your gut microbiome, which thrive. And that's important because your gut microbes also produce chemicals. They take that residue and they metabolize it, and then they produce substances, which we call postbiotics. And if you have this kind of standard American diet fed gut microbiome, we call this the proteolytic gut microbiome that thrives on animal protein. The substances, the postbiotic substances that you're producing, are almost universally harmful to your health, particularly harmful to your digestive health. You are producing stuff like ammonia and hydrogen sulfide gas and choline, and you're not optimizing at all the production of beneficial short chain fatty acids. And so what
Like
you've done,
butyrate,
Chris,
right?
like butyrate and propionate and acetate, you are depriving yourself of the gut microbes that help to optimally produce those beneficial substances. So you are producing a gut microbiome that promotes barrier dysfunction and inflammation and DNA damage. So this the gut microbiome isn't on its own going to cause a bowel cancer, but you are creating this gut microbial environment that is conducive to chronic inflammation, that is conducive to diverticular disease and inflammatory bowel disease and ulcerative colitis and irritable bowel syndrome, but also conducive to the DNA damage and genotoxicity that substantially increases your risk of bowel cancer, colorectal cancer. And those mechanisms have been very well described. Okay, so the next day, you have listened to Chris Beats Cancer, you decide to make a change to your diet, and now instead of having the Big Mac bacon double cheeseburger or the roast beef and mashed potatoes or the sausage links and hash browns, you decide you're going to have a meal that is built completely or predominantly with whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, legumes, beans and seeds. You're having bean burritos, you're having a salad on the side, so you've gone whole food plant-based for this meal. Okay, so now your body loves this food, your digestive system loves this food, your incredible digestive system goes about its business, Chris, breaking the food down. You'll get all the amino acids, you'll get all the iron, the fiber, the folate, the vitamin A, the vitamin C, the vitamin E, all that good stuff that you get from a whole food plant-based diet that benefits your health in so many ways. But you also get all the nutrients you need, you get the carbohydrates, the healthy fats, etc. So what's left over, again, we call the residue. And the residue is delivered to your large bowel, the home of the gut microbiome. But now you are feeding your gut microbiome a completely different residue. You're given different stuff. We don't have any residual animal protein in there. It's a very low protein residue. We've got lots of polyphenols from all those berries and orange veggies that you've been eating. We've got a whole variety of plant-derived fiber and resistant starches and all that good stuff we get from a plant-powered meal. And by feeding your gut microbiome, you are feeding a completely different population of gut microbes. And those microbes that help to build what we call a saccharolytic gut microbiome, a starch-loving microbiome, the postbiotic substances, the active chemicals that this microbiome is now producing, it's like night and day. You are optimized for the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate and acetate and propionate, which help to maintain a healthy gut. You are producing vitamins. You are producing antioxidants. You're no longer producing excess amounts of hydrogen sulfide gas and secondary bile acids because your gut microbes don't have that stuff to work with anymore. So over time, your gut microbiome changes. These beneficial bacteria flourish. Almost all of the products that are produced by a saccharolytic gut microbiome are beneficial to human health. They help to reduce inflammation. They have anti-carcinogenic effects. They promote healthy cell metabolism. They reduce DNA damage. They help to modulate your immune system so you don't get immune overactivity and develop diseases like Crohn's disease. They help to keep the lining of your gut nice and healthy so you don't develop things like diverticular disease or diverticular-associated colitis. And in short, you are now building a gut microbiome that is not conducive to chronic inflammation or colon cancer. So you have given yourself an incredibly beneficial tool to help reduce your risk of bowel cancer. You have grabbed the controls on your gut microbiome and you have steered them towards health. And these benefits are not theoretical.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, why not subscribe? Here's a link to do that. And if you'd like to watch the full interview, you can find it at chrisbeatcancer.com. There's a link to it in the description right below this video.